what did this album need to say that only the Clipse could say at this time? What was it like? What would you say is this, if you had to say, this is a message that only the Clipse could bring 2025 and it needed to be said?
Well, I will say what has been said to us, and that it's inspiring, and that there was a lot of inspiration and people feel revived in hip hop. I've heard that they feel like a reset, a resurgence has happened. I think the thing that I'm most proud of is that I have heard that there is healing in this album. With the song "The Birds Don't Sing," people say that we have gave language to people that were experiencing grief but could not articulate it. So yeah, I'm very proud of that, and I think that's just something that the Clipse bring.
The Birds Don't Sing, obviously we start the album there. It's a song, obviously, right, y'all? But it just feels like real life, just coming from such a real place.
The realist.
Sparked by the loss of your parents. My condolences to your brothers.
Thank you.
What did it require creatively to tell the truth on that specific song and not overdo it, if I would say?
I'll say, I heard Push's verse first. He had finished his verse, and when I heard it, it's like I couldn't get past it. I was stuck. I feel like I was paralyzed. It wasn't just the loss of my parents. Of course, it started with that. But to see how he internalized it, that was very heavy on me as well. I could deal with my grief, or I was dealing with my grief, but when I saw, how he was dealing with his grief and how he articulated it, it was just another cut. So it kind of like pushed me that much further back in my writing process, because it's like I had to heal from that before I could get started. So, but just telling the truth, I don't think we tried to balance it. We had to really get this off of our chest and off of our heart, and just share the experience. Just share it just as it happened, and that's exactly what we did.
Is there a line in the song that you listen to this day that still stops you in your tracks when you hear that song?
Yeah, and it stopped me in my tracks when I wrote it. For me, it was it was the part when I said, damn, I had a dad. Because when I look back over it, oh man, he was there. He was there, provider, friend. My dad checked homework. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so for me, that's a part that is like a gut punch.
And I know your parents are smiling down because to hear that song or see that song performed at the Vatican in September, that was. Can you talk about that experience? Because what a great way to honor them and being the first rap group to ever perform at the Vatican, y'all. That's great.
That was once again very surreal. It was a true testament to who our parents were. In life, always giving. Our friends, they were like, because we had a 2-parent home, so they were like amazed at that, always giving. And even with their passing, still giving. And to be at the Vatican on a global stage, it just speaks volumes to who they were.
Yeah. I have to ask, was there one thing that you refused to compromise on sonically or lyrically for this project?
Nah, I mean, I think collectively we all we all know when it's right. You know, we all know when it's right. I think what we did do was give each other grace, though, in a sense of just creating. We know that sometimes, and I'm talking about from a rapper producer standpoint, you know, we had to let Pharrell like go through his process. So you may go to the studio, we may be in the studio, he may be hammering away at an idea, and you may hate it. And you may hate it, you know, for 3 hours, 4 hours. You know, you may come back in the next day and he's still trying to unlock or figure it out. But you have to let him go through it until he's done. Because within him trying to find his way out of it, it'll be a sound or something that you do like. And man, he'll clear the whole, if you like it, he'll clear the whole table off for it. He's like, oh, you like that? Okay, boom. And then he starts again. He starts something else with what you like. And that's just how you build, you know. You just have to have the patience. You know, and it's the same for us. Like, man, he, you know, with the verses, he's like, you love the beat. Why? Come on, you ain't done yet. You know, it's like, but we give each other grace and we have patience.
We sound crazy.